Hello and welcome to the Proxio webinar. And we're going to spend about the next 30 to 45 minutes recording. Thank you. I am recording this webinar, going over the Proxio service. So with that, I think we'll get started. My name is Kate Gerwe. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Proxio. And what we'll cover here today is I'm going to spend a few slides talking about trends in the marketplace that are making it increasingly important in making the Proxio product more and more relevant to help you as real estate agents go through a quick Proxio overview and slides, and then spend the bulk of the presentation giving a live demo of the product. After that, I'll spend a few slides talking about the best way for you all to get started, some new programs and services that we're offering, and then go through pricing of some of our premium levels of service. Okay, I've noticed that some of you are from Florida, and Florida is absolutely a very international market. 1 out of 4 homes sold in Florida were to foreign buyers. 4 out of 5 of you had at least one transaction with an international client, and 1 in 4 of you had half of your transactions with international buyers. So for those of you in Florida, this product is very, very relevant and will be very helpful for you. You may have seen an article from Inman News a couple of months ago that talked about 10 hotspots for global home buyers. 7 of those 10 hotspots are in Florida. $82 billion in U.S. real estate was sold to foreign buyers in 2011. And the top 2 states are Florida and California, though Florida, California, New York, Texas, and Arizona are the top U.S. states for global buyers purchasing U.S. real estate. There's also been a number of articles in the paper, and you may have seen in the New York Times back in April, there was an article. There also is one just 2 days ago in the Wall Street Journal. You may have seen this. This was on June 12th. That was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal about foreigners snapping up properties in the U.S. And it just talked about, almost 9% of the total spent in U.S. residential real estate was spent from people living outside of the U.S. The main countries are Canada, China, Mexico, India, and the United Kingdom. And there's some really great image here of what states were the top states for foreign buyers, the top countries, Canada, then China, Mexico, India, Brazil. And many are using as a primary residence, but also between vacation and residential. Those are the really top uses. So, I think many of you that are here know that this is, a very increasingly attractive market. They buy at the higher end. 62% of them pay in cash. And so this article was about the Russians, but it talked about Brazil, China, and India. The very next day in the USA Today, there was an article on Chinese buyers. So this is certainly a trend that is here to stay, is that there's an increasing number of global buyers in U.S. real estate, and this is a very attractive market for you all to reach. A second trend that is happening is that multilingual is the new norm. And you'll see that here, 20% of the homes in the U.S., a language other than English is spoken at home. But in some parts of the country, in San Francisco and Los Angeles, that's almost half of the homes. In Miami, it's 70% of the homes. And so this is increasingly your clientele, as you very well know, increasingly English is their second language. And so just having the ability to present listings to them in different languages, or send them listings in their native language that they can forward to their network or relatives or what have you, is something that's gives you a real competitive advantage out there in the marketplace today. Okay, so what is Proxio? Proxio is the only global network that's exclusively for the real estate industry. There are over 400,000, nearly 500,000 agents in the system today from over 100 countries. 45 national real estate associations participate on 6 continents, and the entire interface operates and translates into 19 languages. We also track 30 agent languages in the property. And so it's like a LinkedIn meets an MLS. It's in 20 languages. And so Beth is connected to Alan, connected to Ophelia, but all of them are connected to their listings. And all of this is available in 20 languages. So you can be looking at the service in English and in US dollars, but still sharing with and making valuable connections with other agents that are viewing the service in Brazilian Portuguese or Mandarin or Hindi. In addition, we're the world's largest single collection of international properties. We're up to almost 2.8 million listings. I'll show you that when I do the demo, how you can see that number. These are from, I think we're over 100 countries, and there are over 100,000 listings in the system valued at over $1 million. So we also believe we're the single largest collection of luxury properties. And all of these listings are accepted in 19 languages with over 400 fully translated fields. This is one of the reasons why we think we have been able to generate such a large number of collections in one place, is because people can enter them in multiple languages, and there aren't really MLSs in other countries. And so this is a way that they're able to have their listings all in one place. These are the languages that we translate into, both forms of Chinese. We go right to left with Arabic and Hebrew. You can translate listings instantly into the 19 languages. You can change measurements and currencies with a click. And what this does, when we've talked to international agents, is this really simplifies international business and really allows you to make these connections to and connect with agents in other countries. In addition to the Proxio Pro network, we also syndicate your properties and push them out to public websites like World Properties. And so you're able to, your listings are searched by consumers worldwide in 19 languages on World Properties, and I'll show you exactly how that works. We also have a number of really nice marketing benefits. You can print marketing materials on the fly in 19 languages. We have multilingual websites that have social media integration. You can post your listings to Facebook and translate them into 19 languages, and I'll show you how that works as well. So with that, if there aren't any questions, and again, please feel free in that question box in the bottom right, feel free to at any time ask questions, and I'm happy to answer questions as we're going along. Okay, so here's the Proxio Pro homepage. As you'll see here up at the top, this is not a geography test, but if you scroll over any of these flags, you'll see the languages that they represent. And if you click on one of the flags, you see the entire interface translate into that language. And so as we talked about, where you're looking at the interface in English, someone else can be in the network, and you're able to network with them in Korean or Japanese or Hindi or Chinese. And so it really is, we have the ability to really break down these language barriers to allow you to connect with and share properties with real estate professionals from all over the world. All right, now when you log in, you see here the flags are still here, so we can, translate into Brazilian Portuguese or into, French. And so, to kind of show you that this is available in all the different languages. There are 9 big buttons on this home page. If you click here on the logo, it may be your logo if you're from Miami or regional MLS or My Florida regional MLS. There's a number of partners that we have that you may have the company or the association logo here, or click on home. You'll always go back to this home page. I'll walk through each of these buttons. We've tried to make it easy. If you want to build your network, you go here, search for properties here, add a listing here. Your listings may automatically be uploaded into the system if we have a relationship with the organization that you're working with. If that were the case, then you would click here on property list, and that's where you'd see your listings here in the system. And so here is my listing that I've got right here. You can see all the information that I have here on my listing. Now, the way the listing translation works is all of these different fields here. If I want to translate this listing, say, into Chinese, I can just click on this menu, and all of these are translated into Chinese. And then what I can do is just email that directly from the system to a client, or just print that out and save it as an attachment. And as you can see, you can easily translate into one of 19 languages. I can translate into Arabic, or I can translate into Spanish. There are any language. It makes it very simple to translate your listing and print it out directly from the system. Now that's how if your listings, if you wanted to add a listing, you'd add one here in Add a Listing. There are 4 tabs across the top. You'll see each of these pull down menus, each of these fields here are all fully translated into the 19 languages. And so that's how our translations are unique, that you can see here all of this is translated into Brazilian Portuguese. And so we don't do machine translations. You can have a very high degree of confidence that the listings that are seen in here and the listings that you have, your listings in the system, will be translated with integrity and will represent accurately all the features of your listing. Okay, so that's if when you get started, you log in. You may have your listings in the system, or you can add them here. Here also is a great getting started area. There's a little video here that kind of helps you build, show you how to build your profile and network and some of the things that you can do. It's just 2 minutes long. And there's some, a user guide and how to use Proxio PowerPoint that goes through all the different things that I'm going through with you today. In addition here, there's some listing tools, which this is one of the most commonly, most often asked for marketing tool would be a listing tool where you can print this out directly from the system and you can show your clients that you're marketing yourself internationally. And so many people have said, gosh, this has really done a great job of helping me get a listing to show my clients that I'm a part of Proxio and that I'm able to market their property internationally and do a lot more for them. So that's all in the getting started section. Let's go here in the network overview. This gives you a snapshot of what's happening in the network at any given point in time. So if you look here, we just today, I think, went over 500,000 agents. It's a live feed and a live count. So there are 500,000 agents in the system, 2.8 million listings from 137 countries. This is a live feed of the newest Proxio Pro agents. So this is always changing. And we have here the country they're from and the language that they speak. So here's someone that's from Brazil that speaks English, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese. Here's someone from the US that speaks Italian, Portuguese, and English, and you get the idea. Canada, US. It kind of comes in waves. And then here are is a live feed of all the latest listings, new listings in the service. So here we have Brazil, Mexico. Again, if you hover over, you'll see what country that is. And you'll see here we accept a couple different kinds of listings. You see here when you scroll over, that's a public listing. This is a private listing, and then there are also networked listings. And what that is that this is more commonly used for agents overseas, where more often than not, their listings are non-exclusive. It's different than here, where you have an exclusive listing and it's in the MLS and you're the listing agent. Overseas, there might be multiple agents representing a property, and so they have a little hesitation about broadcasting it, marketing it very aggressively, because you might go to another agent, the buyer might go to another agent to buy it. And so here in Proxio, agents can put their listings up and market as private. And I'll show you what those look like. You can see a little bit of information about the listing, but if you want more information, then you just email the agent directly or you invite them to network with you. And then there are network listings where, as an agent builds up their trusted network, kind of like LinkedIn, the agent can share those listings with everyone that's in their network, because they know that they've got a trusted relationship with them. And what they'll often do is share them with agents overseas looking for global buyers, but they might not share it with another Brazilian agent around the corner, because they might actually, sell the property. So this is a snapshot of the network. This is an update of what's happening in my network. So I can see in the last 15 days, I've got 33 agents in my network. I've got 4 new properties and 2 updated properties. There's a public message board here, so you can post things on a public message board and get a sense of, people have gotten leads and made great connections there. So it's also a great place to generate leads. Okay, now let's look at how you can begin building your network. This is where you can search for agents, but as importantly, how other agents outside the US will be searching for you. And so what you'll see here is, this is in the US, there's 300,000 agents in the US, but let's say we want to look and see how many agents are in, Brazil. We see that there are 10,000 agents in Brazil. You can see the agent's name. This indicates that they're a platinum member. You also, if you're a platinum member, you get a banner ad here, and you'll see these are geo-targeted. So when we're searching for agents in Brazil, we only see Brazilian agents here. You get city, state, the number of agents that are in their network, the number of listings that they have, the number of properties they have, the languages they speak, and then their specialties. So, if we wanted to look up Oldivar, I think I'm saying his name correctly, I can see he's got 121 people in his network, 7 listings. I can click on that and see them. I can see who's in his network, what groups he belongs to, his personal website. And then if I wanted to invite him to be in my network, I can simply send off a LinkedIn type invitation. And I can type in something like, I also speak Brazilian Portuguese. I have clients that are looking for properties in Brazil, something that would, entice, when you're sending out your network invitations. You do want to not say, hey, do you have, someone that has, is interested, I'm selling a listing, do you have a buyer? It's a two-way street. And so you may want to type something in relevant to the agent or not. It's interesting when I've talked to agents that are using Proxio, they'll say things like, when I get an invitation from someone on Facebook, I have no idea who it is. But when I get an invitation from someone on Proxio, I know it's another real estate professional, and I always accept. And so, here we've got 13,000 agents in France. Canada, as you saw, is one of the number one places of buyers outside the US. There's 112,000 agents in Canada. So you can see here that here's, Gerwe he's got a great success story where he had a network of someone in India that referred him to a transaction. I think they were looking for a buyer for a property in Alberta, and he said with the referral fees that he made on that transaction, it pays for his Proxio subscription for years and years to come. And he's a platinum member. So you can see these are all the groups he belongs to, and you can see how this all works. Now, also, let me kind of show you if someone outside the U.S., let's say someone outside the U.S. is looking for an agent in the U.S., and let's say I'm looking for someone in Florida, and I want someone that speaks Spanish, and I want someone that specializes in luxury properties. Now, this text box, you can enter anything into that text box: luxury, investment, short sales, foreclosures, vacation properties, anything. And it searches the database. And I'll show you how to build out your profile so you can come up in some of these searches. See, there's 268 Spanish-speaking luxury agents in Florida. And here, if we look at, I know Martha's already in my network. That's what that star means. So that I won't see this here. But now I can see the groups that she belongs to and what Martha does. As I was showing you before, these stars indicate they're already in my network. This here indicates that he's not. If there's a little exclamation point, it means that they're pending. I've sent something out. So I can also just click on that, and it'll go directly towards sending an invitation. Now, as I build up, so I guess and you'll see these are all Florida agents. These platinum agents are all from Florida because it's geo-targeted. These are platinum. These are premium agents here. As I said, as we build up your network, as I build up my network, I then, this is where I click to see my network here, I can click on these links. There's a couple of pages of people. I can sort in any way I want. Let's say I want to sort by country, so I can see, you know, all the agents that I've connected with in Brazil, and maybe I just want to connect with them, or let's say I want to connect to everybody. I can then send an email directly out from my network and say, you know, there's this, you know, does anyone have any information on these tax implications around a foreign, you know, a cross-border purchase? Or here's a listing that I have, you know, if please feel free to forward it if you have any leads or interested buyers. They will not see all these addresses here when you send this out, so you can see that, but when you send the email out from your network, they will not see that. So that's, you know, when you see this, you can see this is how people, we could also, well, you get the idea. I can search on California, you know, investments. I mean, I can do all kinds of searches, but the point is, you now may be wondering, well, how do I come up in search, and how can I build out my profile so that will stand out in these search results? Now, this is the first thing you'll want to do when you come to Proxio, is you click on this profile link, and you'll want to set up your profile. Now, the first thing I want to do is upload your photo here. If you don't have your photo, once you're in the system, there'll be a no photo and barely any information, and you want to have a photo and rich information in there, so that if someone finds you, you know, they'll be able to you know, see a face and have a nice connection there. You'll also want to add out your special, you know, build out your specialties here. So here you can see I put second homes, luxury, investment. All of these will come up in search results. Here I can set my default currency with it, which is US dollars. The date format, that's month, day, year. I can set my default language, and I can also set my default country, how I want to see this square meters or square feet, and I can change my password here. And so when we're done, don't forget to save changes, but that just takes literally 5 minutes to set up the languages that you speak, any specialties that you have, upload your photo, you know, set your default currency and all of that, and you're good to go. And now you'll begin coming up in searches. Okay, so now let's show you how you can search for a property, or again, as importantly, how your properties will be searched for. So let's say we talked about Florida. I'll also search for something in California so you can see how this works. We'll search in Florida. We see that there are almost 350,000 properties in Florida. Let's say I'm looking for something in Boca Raton. And now you'll see there are 15,000 properties in Boca Raton. Then we have 14 different types of properties. There are houses, there's commercial, rental, vacation. Let's say we're looking for a house that we know will be at least $500,000, let's say, but it's got to have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Now, again, this may be how foreign, you know, agents outside the U.S., if they've got a buyer that's looking for a property in the U.S., they'll search here in Proxio for properties. And so you'll want to make sure that your property's in here to come up in some of these searches. Okay, now we've got about 2,000. We can, you know, see that live on the page. So we've got about 2,000 listings that come up in these searches. So now what we've got here is, you'll see here at the top of the page, this is a premium listing. And again, these are platinum agents that are coming up, as we talked about. This is a premium listing. And these are all of the listings here where, again, you can email directly to the agent here. We can sort, if we want, by US dollars, you know, by biggest to smallest. You can see here there are photos available. You can also view them by a photo result or a gallery setting if you want to look at them a little bit differently, or maybe print these out for your clients in different languages. You can see them, you know, based on photos. So there's some really lovely homes here. But let's take a look at how this would work. If, let's say, I clicked on this property, I can see all of the photos here. I can get all this great information. And then if I wanted to translate this to any language, as I showed you before, I can do that. Now, one of the things, this is one of the most commonly asked questions in Proxio is, let's say I find a listing that I really like and I might have a buyer. Can I translate it to one of the 19 languages? Also, if you want to see more photos, you can click here. Can I translate it to 19 languages, put my name at the bottom of it, and then forward it off to a potential client so I can get the lead? And the answer is yes. Let me show you how to do that. You'll click on this box here. If it were one of these properties here that you're interested, you'd click on the box there. When you click on this link, you'll see the same kind of thing you see here. Then we click on the green arrow under client report. And if you look at what you've got now, we've got the listing, but it's got all of my information, a courtesy of Remax, but all of my information here. So what I can do is say, gosh, I think I have a potential Indian buyer. It translates to Hindi or to Chinese or to Spanish or what have you. And then I can print it directly from the system here like this and just add a clients. I can add clients here in this section here. It's a very simple, if I want to build up my client base and add them into the system, or I can just print it out here and add it, forward it as an attachment. So that's how properties are searched for in the system. I could do the same in searching for properties in, in California or in France or anywhere. So I think you get the idea. Let me also, let's see if there's any questions. No. Let me also talk about how listings are posted to Facebook. I had talked about if you click here on Facebook, hit next, your properties have to be active and public. If you click here and then you hit next, you can then post to Facebook. And I think this will have, I can type, does anyone know of someone that I've just got a great listing? If you know of anyone, let me know. And what they'll see if they click on the details of the listing is they'll get the photos, all the relevant information. They can translate this to 19 languages as well. So all of the photos are here, all the information on the house, all of this is here. And then you can also translate that to Chinese, to Japanese, to any language. You can see all of this is here. And that's what people can see when they click on the link from Facebook. So as I talked about, there are also flyers. If you like some of these flyers that you see here, let's say you like that one, we can click on that. You can also, with just a couple clicks of the mouse, have a really nice looking flyer in 19 languages. You can either print out the listing directly itself, or here's a flyer that's all right here. And if I wanted to, let's say, translate that into Arabic, all of the relevant information here is now translated into Arabic, and I can print that out as well. So, a lot of these really neat features that are directly from the system. A couple more quick things. If you want to join a group, this is a great way to start networking. We've got a number of different groups here. The Institute for Luxury Home Marketing is a fantastic organization. You see there's over 1,000 members there. Group message board, listings, folks here. You can click across the top here. There are 4 tabs. The Asian Real Estate Association of America is also a fantastic organization. They're a new member. FIAPSI has a number of sub-chapters that you can go through and find folks and network with them. FNAIM is the largest real estate association in France, for those of you that are French-speaking. NAR India, we're actually about to make a big announcement where we're launching this weekend as the MLS platform for NAR India. In Brazil, we're the MLS platform for Socovi. They're one of the largest real estate associations in Brazil. You can see here, and there's also agencies, and we're adding more and more agencies as we go. There's Prudential, Intero, EWM, but there are about a half a dozen more brokerages that have also signed on. So check back in the group section. It's a great way to join groups, to TRC is a great group to make connections, to find folks that you can network with. So I've got a question here, where you find the Facebook. Here, when you post your listings to the web on Facebook, then you click on that link there and you just follow the green buttons It'll say you've got to select your listing and hit next. And then you'll either need to log into Facebook here, into your account, or you'll actually, if you're connected when you initially log into Proxio, it might automatically log you in. So that's how I had a question on Facebook. That's how you're very welcome. So that's, let me, to kind of recap, I've showed you how to get started, how to find your listings and how to add a listing, how to get a snapshot of what's happening in the network and what's happening maybe in your network. You can see changes in your network here. How to search for other agents and build your network, and as importantly, how you'll be searched for, how to build your profile, how your properties will be searched for, and how you can search for other properties, how to join a group, how to post your listings to Facebook. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of our premium services, but we do have premium and platinum levels of service, and I'll talk about exactly what those entail. But if you're interested in those, this is where you click to upgrade for more visibility. So it's pretty, we've tried to lay everything out so it's, you click on a button and poke around, and always go into the getting started section if you've got questions and need some help. Now, I also talked about that your listings are going to be syndicated and pushed out to a public website. World Properties is the official website of the International Consortium of Real Estate Associations. Here is where in 19 languages, consumers, these are buyers searching for properties, can search here. And here you can either search, these are all platinum agents that are promoted here. So these, again, if you upgrade to platinum, you get on the kind of featured there. But let's say someone's looking for, an agent in the US. Let's say they're looking in Florida. And let's say they're looking for someone that speaks. I talked about how we translate to 19 languages, but we actually track 30. So let's say they're looking for someone that speaks Farsi. Here now are all the agents in Florida that speak Farsi. Percy is upgraded to platinum, so he kind of comes up at the top there. But you can get more information, and he can generate leads directly from here. And so that's how, and again, these are all the platinum agents that are featured here. So that's how agents are searched for on World Properties. Now, the way your property is searched for is, let's say a buyer's looking for a property. We'll just look for the same one in Florida. They're looking for a property in, let's say, Florida. We know they're looking in Boca Raton, so you can see that same property is viewed. And let's say it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and we know we want to spend at least $500,000. So if we click there and go on those parameters, you see that same premium property comes up, and the way it comes up is just this little light green bar that indicates it's premium. Here you can click on the photos, and you can scroll through different photos of the property, which are really, really lovely. You can see here. Or if you click on the actual listing itself, you can get information. You see the agent. You can see more photos there. And this is where you can generate leads directly from the page here. If you want to get a map and see exactly where it is, you can see, down to the street exactly where the property is. So that's how the World Properties global syndication happens. Let's see what else. Well, let me go back to the slides and show you the best way to get started. And then there's a couple of other premium features, our multilingual websites that are really, really, really easy to set up, that are really a lot of fun. And I'll walk through that in just a minute as well. So a couple of success stories. There's a woman, Martha Bailey, who actually this $19 million is just the first wave. It's a commercial development. She said that's actually ultimately $150 million. But this was something that she's a very, very big fan of Proxio, and has gotten this lead and others on Proxio, where she has directly tied Proxio to actual sales of properties. I talked about Gerwe a little bit earlier. He really had this great story of someone from India referring him to a property in Canada, and he made at the platinum level, it's about $60 a month or $600 a year at the highest level. And he said, what he made on that deal is going to pay for his his Proxio subscription for years to come. This is someone that's very active in Brazil, and they're using it for commercial. And he has said, oh my gosh, this has really definitely set us apart. It's definitely positively impacted his business and has directly found business directly from Proxio. So these are all really great stories. Okay, so how do you get started? The first step is you really want to build your profile. When you go in there, click on that profile link up at the top. Otherwise, you'll look like this. You'll look like look like this. You want to look like this. So upload your photo, upload your specialties, information, and then begin building your network. Search for languages, specialties, geographies, any other groups that can be relevant that you could find connections with that could help you. We have a neat program, the MVPs, the most visible professionals, are the most networked agents. We've got about 25 now. We're actually extending this to 100. And so it's a fun way to, as you really drive your networking, to get more visibility as one of the top, most internationally networked agents on the planet. It really helps you stand out with clients. This is something that you may see. We're kind of starting these, which is our emails that we send out every couple of weeks that give you an update on what's happening in your network, a new listing that another agent has, who they've connected with. And these are going to continue to get better over time. So kind of keep a lookout for these, as it's a great way to kind of keep tabs on what's happening in your network. Okay, so let me go through the levels of service. We have 3 levels of service: standard, premium, and platinum. So at a standard level, you get global networking with more than 400,000 agents. You get the automatic global syndication to the international sites, and you get the instant translation of the listings into 19 languages. And that membership is $9.95 a month or $99 a year. When you buy at the annual level, you get 2 months free. $9.95 times 10 is 99. So it's two months free. And this is the standard level of membership. With that as well, you get all of the listing tools that you can download. You get marketing materials. You get little things you can put on your website that will show that you market yourself globally and help you stand out. And then we've also got premium and platinum levels. And it's summarized here, but it's kind of complicated. So I'll actually just show you. It's easier to show you. With a premium subscription, you come up and search a little bit higher. I think when I was searching in the demo, you could see that the premium agents come up very prominently placed. And then also on world properties in agent search, you come up to the top. I showed you how in Percy's search, how he was up at the top. And then also you get 5 premium listings that are premium both on world properties and within searches in Proxio Pro. And you get unlimited photos, you get virtual tours, you get more information in your profile. And this is $24.95 a month or $249 a year. And that's for premium. And now platinum gets you top of the list in search in Proxio. You're featured on the front page and here on subsequent pages as well on world properties. Your listings are featured on the front page of world properties, and you get up to 10 premium listings. And then you also get this really neat customized personal website, and that's $59.95 a month or $5.99 a year. And let me actually show you real quickly, see if anyone's got any questions. Now, let me show you real quickly what this professional website is like. So you can see here, when I show you what the Proxio website is like, here's Susanna Grubb. She is an agent that I think she's got maybe, I don't know. She's got, a single digit number of listings, like let's say, a handful of listings. But here, because she's got over 500 people in her network, and because she can show all of their listings from her site, she literally, there are tens of thousands of listings searchable from her site, and all the leads go directly to her. All of this is available in the 19 languages. And then she also has a page here that's her it's a great listing tool where we pull all the information from Proxio, the languages that she speaks, her professional qualifications, all her affiliations, all of this, all the groups that she's a part of, and she can just print this out directly from Proxio. So it's a really great tool for her. And the way that the best thing about this literally is that it's easy to set up. And if you're like me, just setting up, I don't build my own websites. And so setting up, let me show you how it's done. This literally will take less than 3 minutes to show you how this website is set up. So here's Janet Case. She specializes in residential property management. You can see her photo here and see this. This is her about me. These are all the different things about her. Now let's log in as Janet, and I'll show you how we'll make changes to it and how you can set this website up for the first time. So if you're to buy this website, it's $18 a month, or as I said, it's included in the Platinum package. You click on the profile link, and here will show up on your profile page. It'll say here, website setup, and this is your URL, proxio.com/agent/jcase. That's her URL. So if we click on the website setup link here, there'll literally be 3 pages. So this first one is you choose the primary specialty. That's what's going to show right here. And as you recall, it said specializing in residential property management. Let's say now she specializes in international real estate. That's what we want that to say, again, in 19 languages as well. Here's all of that. You just enter in your different social media pages or links that you want to link to. Now what we do is we pull all of the photos that we have in the system from like the properties that we have, but you can also browse and pull in any main photo that you want. As you recall, this was her main photo, this one in the upper left here, but why don't we change that to, I really like this one down here in the bottom right. It's got it's like a farmhouse and it's got a nice tree. So let's now just say next, okay? So that I've switched my photo, and then now I can click on my specialties here. I can click and change whatever I want here, put my motto, specialties, a little bit about me, save. Voila, I'm done. That is literally how long it takes. And then if you look here, if I go to Janet's website now, I go back to the home page, you'll see now that we've got a new photo there. It says specializing in international real estate, and all that information that was in About Me is right here. So that's really how easy it is to set up, and it's really a great feature if you're like me and you want something that's really simple but allows you to really generate leads and promote all the listings of everyone that's in your network as well. If you have a website that you've already invested in and you don't want to get a new website, we also have a multilingual search widget that you can add to your website. So this allows you to be international. Here it looks like this, and allows people that come to your website to search your listings from your website in 19 languages. So that's something else that we offer as well, and that's $18 a month. If you want to purchase the professional looking website, that's $18 a month, or it comes with a Platinum package, or you can just buy a single premium listing, and that's $9.95 a month or $30 a quarter. Okay, so that is it. Now, for more information, can this be added to your blog? So the question is, can this be added to your blog? Absolutely, I think. If you look on, let's see, in Proxio, let me go here into Proxio. One of the things you can do is you can add your blog here. So whatever your blog is, you can put that from your profile page. But on your blog, you can also link out to, if you wanted to link out to your professional website, you can do that as well. So yes, I think that's doable, and I think that was the question. Hopefully I answered your question. Great. Okay, thank you. With that, for more information, you can always visit our website to kind of show you, to make sure it's clear. There's Proxio.com. That's our company website. So a lot of great information here, videos. You can get testimonials. This is where you may have signed up for the webinar. There's information about, this is where we link all the MVP agents and news. But we also have more information here in videos for agents, and a little bit more about the different levels of service as well. And then there's proxiopro.com, proxiopro.com, and we're going to be giving this a little bit of a facelift in the coming month. This is where you actually log in, and this is what's available in 19 languages. And all of these, you can find more information on how to search for properties and different things like that. So that's, you've got Proxio.com, Proxiopro.com, and then also the getting started. When you log in, going to that getting started section is really a great place where you'll find listing tools, how-to documents, and videos and more. So in summary, global's a phenomenal opportunity. Multilingual is the new norm, and with Proxio, you really can open your doors to the world and open your doors to more business, and allows you to connect in an international network of real estate professionals and promote your listings in 19 languages to a global audience and sell more to buyers from all over the world. So with that, I'm available for more questions. Support@proxio.com, or calling our number at 650-616-4007. We are on the West Coast, so we're there between 9 and 6, which would be 12 to 9 East Coast time. My name's Kate Gerwe. This is my email, k.gerwe@proxio.com. But I really encourage you to either call us directly or email support@proxio.com if you've got any questions at all. If you've are looking to do something, you want to post your listing in a certain way. I know we covered a lot of information, and there might be some additional information that you'd like, or things that you'd like walk through. That's not a problem to call us at any time. Okay, with that, if there's not any additional questions, again, feel free to type them in the bottom right box there. But if there's not any additional questions, I guess there's not. Thank you very much for your time. I know your time is very valuable, and we really appreciate you spending your time learning more about Proxio. We think it's a fantastic tool that really is very unique, and as I have said before, when agents see it, their comment is usually, and really understand it, their comment is usually, wow, this is incredibly powerful. The networking piece, the translation piece, the global marketing piece, all of that wrapped up together really allows you to really have a significant advantage against other agents, and really use the latest technology to really move your business forward. So with that, thank you very much for your time, and good luck out there. Happy selling. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.